seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the wing. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. He makes the connection.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
But last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on field.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water balls. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
And as he throws, that pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Run it with the fullback. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The number one goal as a defense is to try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lewis. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quarterback keeper. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, dude. In today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. It falls incomplete, and we'll change into the field to get things started back up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Get set, get set. Tuna.
He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that. Curing it. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Now on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Just feeds the running back. And the Wolverines will move the sticks with the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Feeling some heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
Oh, and such a great job picking up yards and getting a positive play. And then at the end of it, dude, you're already on the sidelines. You're near the sidelines. Go get out of bounds. Take a slide. You know, take the positive, but don't take those hits. And don't give yourself an opportunity to cough it up like you did there.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Muncie for some time. They're up 14 over Rutgers. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Greasy, guys that can hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Try to get it to the edge. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on.
He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Touchdown, Tigers! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got him wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the right. Tight end getting vertical. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on first down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Smashes through.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
LSU quick to the line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And that is just the worst feeling as a wide receiver because you're way downfield. You're ready for the big play, but you're just unable to connect. I'm sure he's going to be on the sideline asking for another deep shot opportunity.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Quarterback checking the play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll throw it. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
6th play of the drive coming up. Looking for room. It's Lewis. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk. It's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back.
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Using his feet to buy time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Gonna take a shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give to the back. The Wolverines are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Caught in the backfield, it's Lang. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy, can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Ready to try the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. An 84-yard drive there. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. 1st down here for the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. At the 40, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the ground, he's got it again. He breaks a tackle.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. The running back has it. The Tigers have a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
He's brought in at the 36-yard line. 3rd down coming.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. To the ground with the back. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Fires toward the end zone. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Michigan! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 20 over Rutgers. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On the run, it's Lewis. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Wide out in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Will run the offense out onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Second and 10, he'll throw again. blasted as he lets it go. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.